What up, everyone? So we've got a brand new box here. One we've never seen before. We got 3 more boxes in the month of August, and then we're on to September. But I recently canceled Betoyo Bento. I think we had it this month. Yeah, I think we did. But that was my last box. And people wanted to see more anime style boxes, so I got this one, and this is called My Box from Japan. I'm not sure if it's called something different in Japanese. I don't know how well the language is translated, but that's what it says, My Box from Japan. And it's basically an anime style box. Much like Betoyo Bento, anime stuff, and then occasionally they'll put in like sweets and candy and food and stuff like that. So, just a mix of stuff. So, let's take a look at this box and see what we got. First, pull out the biggest item first. First we got a main item. Much like Betoyo Bento, we got like one big item. Now this is, I hope I'm pronouncing it right, Levi from Attack on Titan. So this is like a full-scale statue from band Presto, which is a very popular Japanese company that does like very nice stuff. They do like small figures, they do like big scale ones. I'll take it out of the box and then we can get a look at the actual figure. Now, I haven't actually personally checked out Attack on Titan, but I've heard really good things about it. I've heard it's a really good show, and they have the movie coming out, so I'm assuming it's good. And this figure is actually very nice quality. I'll try and get a close-up if you can see through the plastic, like on the face and stuff like that. It's sculpted very well. They did a really nice job. It's a nice paint job. It's a nice sculpt. Hopefully the light's hitting it pretty well. This is just his upper body. Like, obviously there's pieces here, but it's done very well. It's a very nice figure. It's not cheap at all. Band Presto does like good quality stuff. They're a very well-known company in Japan for toys, collectibles, statues, so on and so forth. So the quality on this figure is definitely there. The only bad news, much like Betoyo Bento, there's obviously franchises in here that I'm not familiar with because I just haven't checked out that many anime. But I've heard this one's really good, and regardless of that, the figure is very good quality. There's no doubting that. Whether I recognize the person or not, it's still a nice quality figure. And that's what I like about the Japanese boxes. Betoyo Bento did the same thing. They would put one big figure in there, something like this, like a nice statue, where American boxes don't really do that. American boxes more focus around t-shirts most of the time, so that takes up a lot of the value. And then you get one minor item or something like that. It's very rare you ever get, like, you never get statues. Every once in a while, like once in a blue moon, we'll get the oversized pop, like the big 6-inch ones, but again, very rarely. Like, I think only 2 times that's happened this entire year of all the boxes. So I like that Japanese crates do that. They'll mix it up and put like one big item in there, which I think most boxes should do. Like Power Up box, they have a very high value. They cost $40, so they could easily put something big like that in there. Or even the smaller boxes, like get rid of a t-shirt one month and put like a big scale figure. I think most people would be excited to see that, and it'd be something out of the ordinary, like something different from just the standard pop figures. Like, we'd like to see something different. So I hope American companies take note on that. Not necessarily anime stuff, but there's so many statues out there that, of like, not super high quality, that are still like PVC. They're not very expensive, but they're really nice. They're nice display pieces, much like this figure right here. So I hope American boxes do the same in the future. Then, next item, we got a tote bag from One Piece. So this is like a plastic tote bag. It's not very big, just like a couple inches. Same picture on both sides. So we got a little tote bag. Not much more to say about it. There it is. Then, we got some figures. We got some blind box figures. The first one is from J-Stars, which I'm assuming is like Shonen Jump. I think that's where J-Stars come from. I could be wrong on that. But this is from Hunter x Hunter. So, I take it out of the box, but it literally shows the figure right there, so no need to try and take them out. But they have different ones, like Shonen Jump is ones that they're known for, like Dragon Ball Z. They did like Yu-Gi-Oh!, One Piece, so they have a lot of very popular characters that they've done in their books. Like, it's a book of different comics, so I've never heard of Hunter x Hunter, but it looks like a nice figure, and I looked it up online, and it goes for like a decent amount, so that's cool. I enjoy that. Next, we got a blind box figure from One Piece. So this shows the figures that are possible on the back. And I opened them up. And same thing about One Piece. It looks like a really cool show. It looks legitimately cool, but I just haven't checked it out yet. I haven't gotten around to it. So I feel like an idiot reviewing these boxes most of the time because I don't know what the characters are. I feel like such a noob talking about it. But we have this character. He's sitting in a chair. I'm not sure who he is, and I feel stupid for even talking about it. But anyway, it is a really nice quality figure. You can see it has a lot of detail. The detail on this figure is very nice. So even though I don't recognize the character, I can tell it's a very nice figure. And this is from Bandai. Again, a very well-known Japanese company maker of toys and things like that. So we got a One Piece blind box. Then, a few more items. The next one was this little Gashapon figure. So these are just like, in Japan, I hope I'm saying it right, Gashapon. It's basically like the equivalent of an American quarter machine. Where you put quarters in, you twist a little thing, and a figure comes out. Theirs are a little more expensive and much nicer, but we got one of these figures. And this is from Darkstalkers. Now, I've always been a fan of Darkstalkers. I haven't kept up with the comics too much, and I haven't played all the games, but I've always really liked their characters. I've always seen them because I played Marvel vs. Capcom, and they show up a lot in there. They've always had really cool character designs. I've always been very impressed by that. A lot of creativity behind the characters and a lot of good art style behind it. So I've always been very impressed by them. So this one we got. This is of the Midnight Bliss version of Lord Raptor, if any of you keep up with Darkstalkers at all. So this is basically like the female version of Lord Raptor, the guy who carries the guitar. But it's a very nice figure. It's very detailed. It came in pieces and then I put it together, but it's a really cool little figure. It's very detailed. The paint job's very nice. Comes with a little guitar, so yeah, it's really cool. And it's a kind of a little blind thing, just like a quarter machine. You don't know who you're going to get. You have options, different characters. This one was all female. You could have gotten Morgan, Felicia, BB Hood, all of those characters. And that's the one I got. But I thought that was a really cool choice. I've never seen those before. And I tried to look them up, and they weren't exactly easy to find. So it's cool that they're doing things. That's the good thing about, foreign boxes. You get all kinds of stuff that you're never seeing before. With the exception of the UK. They take all of our stuff. But in Japan and Asia and things like that, you're getting a whole bunch of stuff because they have a big market for collectibles and vinyl figures. So it's really cool to get figures from there because it's always stuff you haven't seen before. But yeah, Darkstalkers, great series, great figure. I thought that was a good choice. Next, just a couple more items. Here we got a keychain. And this is just the symbol of the Red Ribbon Army from Dragon Ball Z. So that's cool. For those of you who are familiar with the series, you know who the Red Ribbon Army is from Dr. Gero. So it's just a little symbol with that. That's a cool little keychain. It's the rubbery kind. It's embeveled and embossed. So that's really nice. I like that. I love me some Dragon Ball. Why not? Then we got a teeny tiny little notepad. I believe this was also from Attack on Titan. Yeah. So we just got a little notepad here. Has a picture on the front. And then the paper inside has some watermark picture on there. So nothing really special about it. That's just kind of filler. And then the last items were some food. This one is a Lollipop. Has a weird character on there. I have no idea what his deal is, but he's on there. And might as well try it out here. The funny thing about these foreign Japanese boxes, you always get candy, and you never know what flavor it is because if any of you have gotten candy or food from Japan or Asia or anything like that, they got some fucking weird flavors, man. In a previous box, a lot of things are fish flavored too. So let's see what this is and hope it's not super weird flavor. Looks pretty normal. Okay, yeah, it's orange flavored. Okay, nothing crazy there. Orange flavored lollipop. Nothing super special. But it's always cool to get foreign candy. It's always fun. Then the last one, also food. Let me put this back in there. Also food. I don't know what to call this, but these were goddamn delicious. I don't know what these are, but these were some of the best tasting things I've ever had in my life, man. So the best way I can describe this is it was kind of like breakfast cereal. So it was kind of a cross between Cocoa Puffs and Cheetos. So it was like Cocoa Puffs, because it was like a chocolate puff thing with like cocoa powder on the outside. They're star-shaped, but they were a little fluffier, like the puffy Cheetos. So it was like a mix between those, but it's like a sweet, like candy-esque thing. But it tasted very similar to Cocoa Puffs, but like a little bit better. So I tasted one just to see what it was like before I did my review, and then I ate the whole thing because they were really good. And I actually like put some milk in a bowl and like made cereal out of it. It was super delicious. Like, I was really pleased. I wish I knew what these were called so I could get more of them because they were fantastic. So I really like this, and that's the cool thing about it. Trying new stuff, every once in a while you'll get something really cool like this. So, and it came with some weird little sticker too. But yeah, absolutely delicious. I wish I knew what they were called. Maybe I can find out, because I would like to get more of these, because these were fantastic. So, that was all the items in the box. Let's run back through the items, give it some value, and give this box a rating. First, the figure. The Attack on Titan's Levi Figure. Fantastic quality, really nice choice, good stuff. Anyone who's a fan of Attack on Titans would absolutely love this figure. It's very, very nice in quality. So this goes online for around $25 to $30, which is what I would assume it'd be. For a figure this size, that's PVC of this quality, it's usually around $30. Rarer ones maybe $40, but around $30. But this one you can find a little bit cheaper, so it's like $25 to $30, but still really nice. It's cool that they put like higher quality items like that. Again, I've only seen it in Japanese crates. I hope American crates can follow and do the same. Next, the tote bag. It's a smaller tote bag, so this is only going to be like $6 to $8. If it was a big one, it'd be more, but it does actually depend on the size. It's decent quality. It's kind of the, I'm trying to think of the word for it. It's not really plastic. I guess it's plastic. But something of this size, it's like $6 to $8. Nothing super special about it. Then, the J-Stars Hunter Cross Hunter figure. These actually go for a decent amount. These seem pretty collectible. The good thing about it is you know which figure you're getting, so they're not blind boxes, so they actually can sell for a decent amount. And I really couldn't find any for, the cheapest I could find was like $11. People were charging more than that. People were trying to sell for like $20, but it wasn't selling for that amount, and I don't think it's worth that. Just because people are charging that doesn't make it worth it, because no one's paying that. So I'm going to put a value of $10 to $12 on this, which I think is pretty generous. It's hard to find. It would be cheaper. In Japan, it'd be much cheaper, but here in America, it's hard to find, and if you can't find it here, you can't find it here. They don't sell it in stores. So because of how difficult it is to find, I think $10 to $12 is a reasonable amount for that. Then, the One Piece figure, this little blind box. These are like $5 or $6. I've seen these online. These are pretty easy to get, either in the box or out of the box. Nothing super special about it. They're nice figures. It's good quality. Like I said, the sculpt on them and the paint job is very nicely done. But they're pretty common figures, so it's only like $5 or $6. Then, the Darkstalkers figure. Same thing with the J-Stars one. Very difficult to find. I looked for these pretty much everywhere, and they were very difficult to find. I don't know if they're older series or what it is, but I thought they were very nice. I think Darkstalkers is a really cool series with a lot of cool characters. So the value on this is going to be at about $10 or $12, because it is a little bit bigger. A lot of the Gashapon figures are usually pretty tiny. This one's bigger. You had to piece it together. And I've seen things like this at like Comic-Con and occasionally in comic book stores, and they'll go for like somewhere around that when you can tell what figure it is. Again, if you were in Japan, I'm sure you could find it very cheap, but here in America, at least 10 or 12. And also, again, I found this online on eBay and stuff. People wanted to charge like $20 for it, but that's an unreasonable amount, and I don't think it's worth that. So I think $10 or $12 on a nice figure like that is reasonable. Then, the Dragon Ball Z keychain. This would be like $5 or $6. It's actually like a nice rubber one, and it's like, it actually has some texture to it. There's nothing super special about it, but it comes in a nice package. It is branded, and it seems decent quality. So this will get like $5 or $6 for the keychain because of the nice packaging and branding. Then, these cookie/candy cereal thingy. I'm going to put like $2 or $3 on this. It was hard to value this because I have no idea what it even is. But for something similar in America, if you were buying some cookies or something like that, if it came in like a box package like this, it would be around $2, maybe $3. So I'm going to put it around that. It's just food, so I'm sure I could find this here in America. There's a lot of like Asian markets, so I'm pretty sure I could find it if I really tried, and it'd probably be around that price, assuming, like around that. Then the piece of candy. I'm just going to put $1 on this. I don't even think it's worth that much, but I got to put some value, so $1. And the same with the pad. This is just a little filler thing, so $1 on that. Nothing super special. So, with all that said, the total value on this on the low end is $65. On the high end, $79. So the price of this box, the company My Box from Japan has two different options. I believe one is, I want to say $25, but this one is a $45 box. This one comes with 9 items. Much like Power Up Box, they offer 2 different sizes. So this is the bigger box. So this would cost $45, and shipping is free. So that's the total price to get it here in America. And with the value of $65 to $79, you got more than you paid for. Well more than that. So even on the low end, you got pretty much 50% more than you paid for, which is hard to do with these foreign boxes. But Toyo Bento usually barely gave you what you paid for, because the price to get it here with shipping and everything like that, you barely got what you paid for, but that was okay because you got such interesting new stuff. So it was cool. And with this one, you get the same thing. You still got like a nice statue, something big that is really special, and a bunch of stuff you've probably never seen before. So if anyone's a fan of anime at all, I definitely recommend this box. I think I like this one more than Toyo Bento because they put similar quality, they put a lot more items, and it's pretty much the same price. This one's like $5 or $6 more, and you get really nice stuff. And they keep the boxes. But Toyo Bento had a bad habit of not keeping the boxes for things, taking figures out and then shipping it, which is fine, but if you ever wanted to resell it, it hurts the value a lot. So they had good quality, and they had good choices. Some of the figures are very hard to find, so even in Japan, these things aren't very common. So they actually did some research and found some really cool stuff. So I'm thoroughly impressed by this box. You got a good mix of stuff and good quality, good picks all around, and good value. So overall, I'm going to give this box an 8 out of 10. There's absolutely nothing generic about it. This is all variety. I've never seen any of this stuff before. The quality's great, and the value is good. There's really nothing bad to say about it. I think it's well-deserved, a very nice score. So if anyone out there is looking for some anime boxes, I get that question a lot. I'd never heard of this company before. I just found out about it, so I definitely recommend it. So, this has been My Box from Japan, score 8 out of 10. Let me know what you guys thought, all you anime fans out there, and we'll talk to you soon. Thank you all for watching. Love you all. Peace.